All right, it's been a long ass time since I've recorded one of these. It's been so long. The last time I recorded, what had happened to Todoroki's brother was still up for debate. Which, I mean, I tend not to like giving spoilers, but I think mentioning that doesn't really count because I honestly believe every single person that is a fan of the series knows what's up with that. Um, so it's not that bad. Hopefully, I don't want to go into specifics though because if someone's like just getting in this series and for some bizarre reason they decide to watch this, I don't want to ruin anything for them. Okay, I did take like 10 minutes just re-going over everything I was doing just to try and remember where the fuck I was. Uh, it kind of looks like I'm just trying to get molten magma right now, so I guess I'll just keep doing that. I'm recording, right? Okay, yeah, good. I should have rested, but whatever. I just need to kill the things. Hang on. I'll go back out into the town. Is she a careful or no? Alright, good. I leveled up apparently. I should keep the thing open, the cheat sheet for what points I'm supposed to be putting into these characters open at all times, because it has been way too fucking long. Oh, right, I clicked on the thing. Oh, hey, look at that. Alright, good. I won't have to immediately leave and go back to farm those things. Okay, so I want to talk about some pretty severe manga spoilers. So, since I really don't want to ruin anything for people, I'm just gonna say, mute the video, and when I'm done talking about spoilers, I'll do the clap emote. Because, like, these aren't small spoilers either. This is like literally talking about shit that happened up to the last chapter that got released in the manga. So I'm gonna say go ahead and mute now, and I'll clap when you can unmute. All right. So first and foremost, I want to kind of just make a comment to timestamp when I'm recording this video. Mainly because I tend to record something and then not get around to uploading it until like a month later. Like that Super Metroid randomizer I recorded last week. So, I just want to make a comment. I think it is safe to say, not a single goddamn person would have fucking expected in any way, shape, or form what happened in the last chapter to have happened. Like, honestly, if you told me that Bakugo was going to team up with Uraraka and Ida to beat the shit out of Deku because Deku's being an asshole, I probably would have assumed you were just talking about some weird-ass fanfiction. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I have read every single chapter and I'm just sitting there completely dumbstruck by the fact that that's an actual plot point that's happening. I think my favorite part about it is they showed how severe of a situation it was by in like halfway through the chapter, they showed all the students talking to the principal, and Bakugo actually was properly wearing his school uniform with the tie and shit. I found that hilarious. That was kind of the indication of, alright, everyone's actually being serious now. But the reason I want to timestamp when I'm recording this is because I'm probably about to make a very, very weird prediction that I've had for a while, and I really wish I had brought it up sooner so I could take better credit for it. But I'm just gonna have to do with I guess partial credit if it ends up happening. So, one of the things I absolutely despise talking about when it comes to any series, not just My Hero, is shipping. Mainly because 90% of the time, it's just a bunch of bullshit that doesn't make any sense. And the reason I bring that up is because that's what I'm going to be talking about with the rest of the spoilers. So what had happened was all the way back when the I think the place was called Camino. Like back when Bakugo first got, well, not first, he didn't. Back when Bakugo got kidnapped and saved in the anime, like when that episode first came out, I had a conversation with someone. Cannot for the life of me remember who it was, but I don't think it was anyone I know personally. I think it was just some dude on the internet or something. But they were going on and on and on about how, like, oh my god, Bakugo held Kirishima's hand, that means it's canon that they're shipping, and they were just being really, really annoying with it, and I was just sitting there thinking, okay, you have either never been friends with a guy, or every single person I went to school with was secretly wanting to fuck me. And all things considered, I think it's a safe bet to assume it's not the second thing. So eventually, I just kind of got pissed. And I told them to, like, shut the fuck up and stop being annoying. And they kind of retorted at me, like, oh yeah, well then who do you ship him with? Talking about Bakugo. And it kind of caught me off guard, because I hadn't really ever thought about that. And I had to come up with I felt like I had to come up with something, because if I just said, oh, no one, then they were just going to go right back to being annoying. So, I kind of just sat there, and I thought about it for like 5 minutes, and then I just kind of laughed to myself, because the answer I came up with was so stupid. It was pretty much on par with Bakugo and Kirishima in my mind, a level of stupidity. So I just told him that the one that would make the most sense, based on everything that's happened in the series, was Toga. And I have, like, when I said it, it was 100% a joke. Like, me just making some shit up, just because I thought it was funny that, like, well, first, I thought it was funny that, like, the idea of them going on a date would probably just be, like, Aki, what are you doing? Them going on a date would probably just be Toga using her quirk to look like Bakugo, and then they spend, like, 2 hours fucking mind-fucking Deku, just, like, messing with him all day. But, the reasons I gave when they asked me why the fuck I could ever possibly think that was, again, mainly just a joke. Just fucking asshole. I thought it was funny. I said, well, they both have violently explosive personalities. They both are weirdly skilled with a knife. And they are both obsessed with causing Deku pain. And that was as far as it went for that. Until, like, a week later, when that same person asked me, like, you were complaining that you only ever like canon ships. Do you honestly think that could ever be canon? I just laughed. I'm like, no, dude. The only fucking... for that to be canon, there would have to be so many different events to happen the way I see it. And there's no way. And they're like, okay, well, what would they work? And I promise you, I came up with all of this like a week after the whole Bakugo got saved from being kidnapped thing happened. I really wish I had brought this up sooner, so that it doesn't seem like I'm just reading off shit that happened in the manga. But I swear, I fucking called all this shit way back in season, I think, 2 of the animes when that happened. I said, in order for that to happen, I think Bakugo would have to acknowledge the training Best Genius gave him. Toga would have to get her heart broken by either Uraka, Deku, or both. Crap, what was the other thing? There was one more thing in between. Crap. There was one more thing. And I know it happened. So I'm trying to think. Well, whatever. I guess that middle one isn't important. So then it was that Stain would have to break out of prison. Then Bakugo and Toga would both have to go look for Stain. Toga doing it because, you know, Toga, there's no way she doesn't hunt down Stain if he breaks out of prison. And Bakugo doing it because he's probably just being an asshole. He's like, well, I never gotta fight that guy. I'm gonna go kick his ass. And then during the Stain fight, Bakugo would have to be gravely injured or some shit like that. Then Stain would have to try and kill Toga because I seriously do not see that interaction ending any other way. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that regardless of what happens, if Toga interacts with Stain, she's gonna get stabbed. Like, that guy does not seem like he will give even the slightest fuck. But, so, Stain would have to try and kill Toga, Bakugo would have to, like, step in and save her. And then after that, it would basically just be, like, Toga becoming obsessed with Bakugo and Bakugo not knowing how to say no. And the reason I add that last part is because of a, I'm not sure if it was canon little comic thing. I think it is canon, where, like, Bakugo asks his dad how he and his mom met. And his dad's just like, oh yeah, I was just a hero, and she was like an obsessed stalker, and she just kept following me, and eventually we just got married. And Bakugo's like, so you just don't know how to say no then. And the reason that's important is because of this old saying, which I'm not sure who the fuck came up with it, but considering it's about incest, probably someone in Greece, that dudes want to marry people that remind them of their mom. So if, for whatever reason, what was his name, Horikoshi, decides to follow that adage, then it would make sense for Bakugo to, like, in no way, shape, or form know how to deal with a stalker. Especially since he also does not have very many fans to begin with. He, in the series, he has one fan, and it's a 5-year-old. Outside of the series, he has a goddamn army. But, that was pretty much just the random ass pull I made. And I have been really scared recently, because everything but the Stain fight has happened. Granted, not in that order. Bakugo got gravely injured, like, when All For One fucking put a hole in his stomach or whatever, not, like, while he's fighting Stain. But still, all that has yet to happen is the Stain fight. And 2 chapters ago, Stain coming back was teased, and then the immediate chapter after, Bakugo showed up. So, I'm just getting kind of worried. And for the longest time, me shipping Bakugo and Toga was legitimately just a joke, like I said. But it slowly, as much as I didn't want it to be, became more and more of a serious thing. Like, I think the first thing that really screwed me over with this, with me seeing it this way, was, weirdly enough, Sailor Moon. Because I was just reading the Sailor Moon manga, which, by the fucking way, my god, did a lot of shit get censored in the anime from the manga. Like, there was fucking bestiality in that manga, dude. That's messed up. But as I was reading it, I was just sitting there, and suddenly, for whatever reason, my brain just put two dots together that had no purpose being put together. While I was sitting there, I'm like, wait a minute. Character with hair buns that is obsessed with being cute and is really, really ditzy and stupid and is like extremely flirty ends up dating a fucking jackass who calls everyone by nicknames, wears a masquerade mask, and doesn't know how to emotion properly. And then I was just like, what? That sounds really familiar. And then the little line connected, and I'm like, oh no. And now, no matter how much I don't want to, I cannot see Bakugo and Toga as anything other than fucking masochistic tuxedo mask and sadistic Sailor Moon. And that was the thing that slowly started to push it towards, like, no matter how much I didn't want it to be serious ship instead of just joke for fucking bullshit laughs. And after that, because, you know, obviously you have thoughts like that, like theories and shit like that, you're gonna want to look up evidence. I was looking up for evidence, like anything that would possibly bring any sort of validity to my random ass-pull prediction. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, there was nothing. Like, literally nothing. Like, canonically, they have interacted one time for 5 seconds. Like, Toga took 2 swings at him with his knife, and then he just kind of blasted her back, and then that was it. It was, like, literally the only time they ever interact. They don't even talk to each other. Like, not even when he's just sitting there tied to the chair after being kidnapped. Like, not even an off comment. But then I started noticing weirder, like, sort of evidence if you see it as, like, from a writing perspective. Not from an actual, like, flat out, hey, this is canon, this isn't canon perspective. Like, the biggest thing was I noticed that there were 6 main characters. The 3 main heroes and 3 main villains, being Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, Dabi, Toga, and Shigaraki. And it was, based on how it was all set up, it was Deku versus Shigaraki as the main one, which was obvious and is basically the entire plot of the series. There was Todoroki versus Dabi, because at that point it was still unconfirmed whether or not Dabi was his brother, but everyone was like, come on, yeah, he's his brother. And now that it's been confirmed, it's like, more fucking proof. But then Bakugo and Toga were just sitting there, kind of like, not interacting at all. And I found that kind of weird. I'm like, why would you pair up the first 2 main heroes and villains and then just leave the other 2 sitting there, not in any way, shape, or form even remotely interacting with each other? And then I noticed a very, very bad pattern for my fucking brain, because I honestly believe it is, like, retarded my mind at some fucking shape or form. I noticed it was around the time that Twice died, and I was starting to think of, like, okay, well, who else are they gonna kill? And I thought about it, I'm like, okay, well, there's probably no fucking chance that they end up actually killing Toga, because it seems like they were playing off her backstory as, like, a tragedy, where, like, everything that happened to her wasn't really her fault, and she just kind of got screwed over by life. So I really doubt they would end that on a, oh, she's just gonna fucking die note. So I thought, okay, well, it's very, very, very impossible, because it's a shonen, that she's actually going to end up with Uraraka or Deku. But it really does seem like her story is going to end in some way, shape, or form with her getting a love interest, based on everything that's been going on with it. Which that's just, you know, pretty normal stuff for that character. And then the dots started connecting in a very bad way. I really wish they didn't again. Where I noticed that Bakugo's entire character development is him slowly becoming more and more compassionate over time. Like, to the point where I can definitely see him at this point saving a villain. Well, before the last chapter, I'm like, oh yeah, he would definitely go and save a villain. But now, seeing him like go as far as to team up with Uraraka and Ida, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, this dude is 100% just gonna fucking like refuse to kill someone. Or like, basically, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, no, this dude would save a villain in a heartbeat if he had to. And I slowly started to put together, like, oh no, character who's had a really rough life that just wants someone to care about her, and character who has had a really easy life that's learning how to care about people. So, I am now very worried. Very, very worried, because like I said before, the whole Stain getting teased and Bakugo showing up again. I'm very worried that my random ass poll prediction that had no basis whatsoever, that should have never been anything besides a random ass poll that doesn't make any sense, is going to end up nearly 1-for-1 happening. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, like I said, latest chapter was Bakugo teaming up with Uraraka and Ida. Like, where it ended the chapter on that. Because Deku's being an asshole for some fucking stupid ass reason. Making All Might cry like a little bitch. Deku being a little bitch, not All Might. All Might, at this point, has just fully accepted that he is stepdad. But, yeah. I'm kind of worried it's gonna happen. Oh, and I probably should bring this up, since I know someone will probably say so otherwise. Bakugo and Kirishima has been confirmed to be non-canon. Like, it's not even a theory, it was literally said, yeah, no, not gonna happen. And I'll actually say exactly what it was. There was a bio page on Ashido talking about her love life, weirdly enough, just unprovoked. It had a really weird spot in the manga too. Like, it wasn't even talked about in like any of the previous chapters or anything. They just brought it up. And then right at the bottom of that page, it said, I swear to you, it basically just said, oh, by the way, Kirishima's been in love with her since middle school. Like, well, I'm not. There you fucking go. From the horse's mouth. Alright, I think that should cover all the manga spoilers. That only took 23 minutes. Okay. What the fuck was I doing? Okay, I don't know where those are. Can't get to those. I think I'm just hanging to the Gortress now. Hopefully I killed that pig thing, because I legitimately cannot remember whether or not I did, and I want to use the free heal. Alright, I think I did. Alright, well, even if I didn't, it doesn't matter. Alright, but what am I hunting at the Gortress? Okay, I know killing machines are out in the field, so I'll go do that. I should be leveled enough for the entire rest of the main storyline. Like, I should just be able to go straight to Corvus right now without having to level grind anymore. Because I think these levels are roughly what I was at when I beat the game the first time I ever played it. Granted, I was not very good at the game. Hold on, where the hell are the killing machines? I'm fairly confident they can spawn out here. I do want to look at the grackles or whatever. The beast? They are. Alright. Alright, so I need to kill those ones. Okay, I do need to kill one of those ones with the leather whip. It was the finish it off with the leather whip. Okay, yeah. Other whip. Is Sue currently wearing that? I think she is. Yeah, alright, so I should just have to kill this thing. Where'd it go? Oh, well, there's the killing machine. Oh! And the dreadful cracker. Where? She doesn't have a... Oh, no, she does. It's gonna take a while. Alright, at least they're doing good damage. Alright. I think Bakugo's gonna attack it once, and then everyone else is gonna defend. She actually did some pretty good damage. This thing might be dead. Yep. Oh well, I got a lot more grinding to do. Measure Ray just doesn't do any physical damage. Let's see what it takes to kill one of these things. Attack it once, everyone else defends. That may have just fucked up my plan. It did. Well, if it's only got around 200 HP, then I could just make Sue attack it and just take 4 turns. Since she was doing like 50-some damage with the whip. I'll try my strategy of hitting it once one more time. And if not, then... And it did it again. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna have Sue attack these things. Did I already get the drastic Drackle or whatever the fuck it was? Not like the other Drackle that I needed. Okay, Stone Guardian. I think that was one of the things I needed to kill with Hatchet Man or Helm. Of course. Of course! This dude's not gonna be able to attack this turn, is she? Why? Don't do it, you bitch. Oh my god, everyone? Are you kidding me? You know what? Just fuck it. Well, at least it's extra dead now. Yeah, those things do not have as much HP as I thought they did. If I'm remembering correctly, bad Karmers are the solid black armor guys, right? With the halberds. Oh shit, I need to end this recording.